Yes, it is.
I pushed the button.
Yeah, I figured. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here goofing off. You know who it is. I'm Christian, and I'm joined here with my pals, Joe.
Yo,
and
why did you
Vito.
point at Christian? You said Joe and pointed at Christian.
Why did my fucking name wrong? Okay.
Damn it.
I pointed at Vito, and I said Joe. But Joe looked at Vito and said, why did you point at Christian? It's all fucked up. Welcome to the St. Patrick's Day special episode. We are your hosts, the Beefy Boys Bud Club.
Hey, yo, what up?
OH DERP. And we are all here.
I was waiting for the OH DERP.
And so, you know, speaking of an OH DERP moment.
Hold on. We
So-
got to do beer of the week. We have
I thought he was going to open with the story, though.
I was going to hit you guys with the quick finger, man.
Okay, go ahead.
So check this out. OH DERP of the week. That'll be a new thing. That's going to be a new thing. So
Maybe as epic as this one, though.
if everybody recalls, about 2 months ago in December, I cut my knuckle open to the bone in the kitchen at work. So last night was my final closing shift, and we're about 5 minutes away from getting out of there. And we have these really dumb, fucking stupid buckets of knives that I've been saying are unsafe for the longest time. Tipped over as I was cleaning
the
the
big
surface.
scary knife bucket, as I used to call them.
Yeah. Tipped over as I was cleaning the surface, and our super brand new sharpened carving knife went right across my finger and cut it wide open. I had to spend my Friday evening in the ER for 3.5 hours with my lovely girlfriend, who was there by my side and signed all my paperwork because I couldn't, because I'm right-handed, and cut is on my right hand. Anywho, got 3 stitches again in 2 months, and it fucking sucks. So with that being said, Joe's going to lead us on to our beer of the week. We've got one hell of a show for you guys today, let me tell you. We've got one hell of a show, and Joe, go ahead and let's get it started.
Joe's riled up, which we'll get to soon. But first things first, from the Ecliptic Brewing Company in Portland, Oregon, we have a Carina Peach Sour. Carina takes its name from the constellation Carina, the keel of the ship Argo in the southern sky. Loaded with fresh peach flavor, Carina is a sour ale perfect for any time of year. The use of pale malt makes for a crisp character, while lactobacillus gives Carina a tart and refreshing taste.
Lactose?
Lactobacillus, Vito. That's the bacteria that makes sour ale sour.
Yeah.
It's a sour.
Okay, that sounds good. That
It
sounds
is
real good.
It's peachy.
Yeah,
peachy
it's
and
pretty
refreshing.
good.
That sounds good.
Peachy keen.
I'm gonna have to
5.5% alcohol by volume 10 IBU.
I'm gonna have to get one of those when I'm off this Keto Bandito.
I got it over at the Wedgwood Market. Shout out to the Wedgwood Market.
Ooh.
With the 2 little...
Are you talking about the Koreans?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what, dude? Big shout out to them because they still carry glass
Ice House
40
or whatever?
ounces.
Oh, dude.
They have glass Mickey's 40 ounces. And in Seattle, that's like a rare thing to find because they're all
ban them or whatever.
they're all getting turned into plastic because what do you do after you chug a 40? You just fucking throw it and shatter it, which is like it's therapeutic to malt liquor drinkers, and because malt liquor drinkers are trashy like myself.
That's the real...
And
but
no more of that.
Therapeutic
No more of that unless you go to the Wedgwood Mart. If they had an Instagram, I'd follow them, but I don't think they do. So sour beers, man, they've got to be one of my favorite things. I think that from like regular shitty like light beers or like your standard beer, I'd say the fanciest I'll go is sour beers. I'm not a big fan of IPAs.
That's so weird that you like sours, but you hate ciders.
Yeah, I hate ciders. They give me fucking headaches like immediately.
I just think you're drinking shitty ciders, man.
That's probably what it is. I mean, I don't know ciders. I don't fucking drink ciders all the time.
Yo, you should start an Instagram for that store, take a picture of it from the outside, and have it be just like a Fanstagram.
Fanstagram? Oh, man.
Shout out to the Wedgwood Market or whatever.
End up getting sued.
Yeah.
I'll just take a picture of it and put it up on our Instagram.
No, but like a fan site Instagram, but like for
I have noticed recently,
store.
I think like their daughter took over or something because it's definitely a different family member. and she has a dog who's just like in there all the time.
That's great.
Like they put a dog bed behind the counter.
That's gnarly. That's gnarly.
Speaking of dogs, the dog is freaking out behind me right now.
He's crawling around. He's probably going to end up barking somewhere
good
around
guy.
here. You never know.
Bork, bork.
The dogs just really want to be a part of the show, man.
Yeah.
They do. You know what he
They
needs?
really do.
A T-shirt.
It does.
Yeah.
And
need
speaking of a T-shirt, speaking of buy your dog a T-shirt, I want to give a big,
it worked.
Big.
The campaign worked.
big shout out to Connor for buying the first dog T-shirt and probably the only one. But we do encourage the dog shirts because you guys can send us your pictures of your good old little furry friends and your dog and our dog shirts. And new designs are coming. So we're working with a few different people, talking about designs, talking about what we're gonna do. But new designs
my
are
God.
coming, and better merchandise is gonna
make-
be there. Get yourself an ashtray.
We should make a design that's your face in the South Park
Like style.
style.
Saying who derp.
Saying "Oh derp."
Oh, derp.
All right, we can talk about this off air. I have something to talk about.
Here we go. This is gonna be the part where
I'm
Vito, unfortunately,
riled
goes
up.
quiet.
Yeah, Vito, you can take a nap. It's cool. I know you'll have nothing to contribute to this particular segment.
I heard there was
So-
some browning happening.
Some of the
Some
browning.
browning. Yes.
Oh, sorry, was it?
I was
crowning?
on this show, what was it, last week? Talking about how much I love Odell Beckham,
Yep.
Giants' #1 receiver.
Yep.
Now, how many football players do you think can be recognized without their helmet on? 3 in the whole fucking league? Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Odell? Can you name another one who people recognize when he's not wearing his helmet? No.
Are you kidding
No.
me?
Who's that
How
one
many?
guy? with
Like
the-
all the time? Are you talking about like on the sideline or what?
No, just like that the general public would recognize.
Russell Wilson, like probably
no
one
way.
of the more obvious ones.
No way.
How
no
would
way.
you not know who
outside
Russell Wilson is
outside
if
of
you
the
didn't
Seattle
see him?
area, people would not recognize Russell Wilson on the street. They just wouldn't.
I think that's bullshit.
First of all, he's only like 5'10". He just blends into everybody else, man. He doesn't even stand out. He's not
Well,
that
if he
tall.
still wore his Hawaiian shirts like he used to, then yeah, maybe not. He'd
All
probably
right,
blend
well,
in.
Fine, maybe 10. There's not that fucking many. That's the problem in a sport where you wear helmets. You don't fucking recognize people. Odell Beckham Jr. is on pace. You know what other receivers in the history of the league have been as productive through their age 26 season? You know how many there are? 2 in the history of the NFL. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Nobody else has been this good through their age 26 season. And they traded him for next to nothing. They got a first-round pick, a third-round pick, and a mediocre safety. You know they had an all-pro safety a week ago who they just refused
Landon
to sign.
Collins.
Now
And
they
he's
trade
going
for
to a
Jabril
different team
Peppers.
in
I know.
your guys' division too. He's
What
going to the Skins.
The fuck are the Giants doing? I do not trust. First of all,
They're
I've had my
self-destructing,
my reservations about this new GM for a while because when he was signed, he said he doesn't believe in analytics. He thinks that stat shit is for nerds, which proves he doesn't understand the modern
Nerds.
NFL at all. And then after they traded Odell, he said he was excited to go back to the style of football he loves, the rush first, smash mouth style, which again doesn't work.
Somebody
No.
once told me.
Yeah, the
Smash Mouth. Listen,
style.
if there's somebody to tell, if there's like a fan base to say that Smash Mouth football, running the football, does not work anymore, look no further than Seahawks fans because
Exactly.
it has been proven here plenty of times. Just like you said about Schottenheimer, he has that style of play, and that's why the Seahawks got their asses kicked
So
in the
what
playoffs.
the fuck are we doing? We trade our best player for next to nothing. We essentially dropped Landon Collins for nothing because we didn't think he was good enough, and then we traded for another safety, a mediocre one. So what are we doing? Are we trying to bottom out? Is this like a
Did you
secret,
just say that Jabril Peppers was a mediocre safety?
he's not Landon Collins?
He's not Landon Collins, but he's not mediocre by
Yeah,
any.
he's a downgrade. That's my point. If you don't think,
Mediocre, though,
if you
that
don't
sounds a
think-
little-
If you don't think
at
safety
least
is
it's
an important
decently
enough
replaced.
position to pay the best one or one of the top 3 in the NFL, why are you trading your best player for one? Like, make up your fucking mind. Have a legit thought here. And then, are we trying to bottom out? Is this the goal? Are we trying to be as terrible as possible, like the Suck for Tua campaign? Then we signed fucking Golden Tate for 4 years. Why are we spending $30 million on a different receiver? And now they're saying Eli doesn't look that bad, and Golden Tate's like, we're not that far away. We could compete this year. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What is the plan?
Hey,
The
another thing I
Giants-
will say though is, you've got a good one come Golden Tate, and Vito's
Yes.
fighting the dog right
But
now.
again, we could have had Landon Collins and Odell Beckham if we just did nothing. Instead, we have Jabril Peppers and Golden Tate. I would pick Landon Collins.
He's tickling me.
Odell
Are you
Beckham.
guys fucking done over there?
Dude, that dog's gonna bite your fucking hand, man. All right.
Lord, I wonder if that's getting picked up.
Listen,
Anyway.
I got one more point to make. Good NFL teams build through the draft. You must hit on at least a few draft picks every year and keep them around in order to maintain sustained success. Do you know how many draft picks that the Giants made between 2011 and 2015 are still on the New York Giants? How many would you guess, Christian?
From 2015?
From 2011 to 2015.
Oh, from 2011 2015. I'd say probably 2 or 3.
0. 0. This team
But you know what?
is a
Hey,
disaster.
I will
So-
say this.
Hold on.
Although you guys are in a disaster, there's going to be some way, somehow, you guys are going to go for a quarterback, whether it be somebody who's already playing or... Dexter, hey! Shh. Fucking dogs.
This is what you should videotape.
Stop getting him worked up.
Yeah,
What is
he's
he
all
so
riled
angry
up.
about now?
All right, just ignore him for a second. Or else he's just going to keep going all episode. We might have to put the dog in there.
Oh my god. All right, look.
Anyway, back to what we were saying. Giants, fucking disaster. Disaster.
They're going to get a quarterback eventually, sure, but
They have turned into, guess what?
the Cleveland Browns.
The
is that what you're
Cleveland
gonna say?
Browns.
Look, I'm announcing here. I'm abdicating my fandom. I am no longer a New York Giants fan. My fandom is available. So give me your best pitch on why I should be a fan of your NFL team. And keep in mind, I'm leaning towards the Patriots because they're the only ones who aren't or fucking idiots. All right.
Dude, you almost had to drop the good old bomb on them. I mean, dude, honestly though,
remixed it. All right.
you changed it up, but what you were originally going to say kind of makes sense when it comes to the Giants. Of course, you're going to be a Giants fan at heart, always.
Nope.
But
I quit.
you officially quit,
I'm done.
so you're
done with the
you're
Giants.
signing applications for a new fan
Yes,
base.
I'm accepting applications.
Let me
for my
be
fandom.
let me be a Seahawks recruiter for you. All right. Let me just
Seahawks
tell you
are
this.
the only team to run the ball more than they threw it last year. You know? Strike one.
Well, let me tell you what. Seahawks had just re-signed KJ Wright. Very exciting. They signed Michael Kendricks too, which when I said earlier, when we were talking about Michael Kendricks way earlier in the season, before he got suspended indefinitely, back when when they were in Arizona,
Probably going to jail.
he is. People do forget that Michael Kendricks was one of the top-rated linebackers in the league before he got this whole trading or insider trading shit. But dude, the guy's style of play, it just fits the Seahawks defense so well. And when he's in the game, it's very, very hard to run the ball. Like Minnesota tried to do that all the way up until he got hurt, and they were just they could not run the ball. They couldn't do anything. Minnesota's offense came here and couldn't do shit, which was kind of surprising because you got Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen, which are two terrific wide receivers. You know, something that did kind of throw me off was Antonio Brown going to the Raiders for a second pick.
It was a third round.
A second round and a third.
That was a third and a fifth, wasn't it?
Third and a fifth?
Yeah.
That's even worse than I thought. Fuck. So I really don't understand.
The Steelers are also very stupid, man.
Yeah. Steelers are a very dumb organization, and I think they're well on their way to being a terrible team as well. And I think Mike Tomlin's going to have maybe 2 seasons there left until he gets fired or replaced.
I don't know. The Rooney family just doesn't fire their coaches. They're notorious for it. They keep them around for 20 years at a time. Tomlin's been the coach since 2006.
He's been the coach for a long time. Yeah. And I just don't see him being there much longer. I just don't see the Steelers being anything significant. I love Juju Smith-Schuster, but he's not going to be enough to make
agrees.
that. He's not going to be enough to make that organization actually fucking function, And losing Le'Veon Bell, losing Antonio Brown is just absurd.
I don't think Le'Veon's going to hurt them that much. James Conner proved he can do the same thing behind that offensive line.
Dexter,
Le'Veon did.
cut it out.
The dog is being aggressive today.
He really is. He's fighting with Vito this whole time.
All right.
Let's cut this real quick.
All right.
Let's cut this.
That's fine. I got to plug in anyway. We'll be right back after we deal with this very ridiculous dog. See y'all in a second. All right, we're back. The dog has been contained.
Technical difficulties with these
Technical
fucking dogs.
dog faculties.
Dog and Vito had to contain them both.
So a peek behind the curtain. Vito was a little cranky today. We weren't going to record today, and then he's like, "I'm too tired. I got up too early." And then he got hella bored during football chat. So
Started fucking with the dog.
he started getting the dog all riled up.
Also, the only way I'm capable of doing this podcast is also probably the reason I was fucking with the dog is because of this coffee.
Because of this whiskey coffee. you're getting a little red in the cheeks there.
Yeah.
I know, you blush.
Jolly
Little
nose
blush
going on.
Earl Thomas to Baltimore.
Not Dallas. That's interesting.
I mean, it's obvious he wasn't going to go.
Why? He loves them.
Because
Do you hear these news reports that he used to rush off the field to go watch Cowboys games in the Seahawks locker room?
Whatever. I don't believe any of that shit. I think Earl Thomas was a great player to have here. I think he was a great organization player too. I understand where his frustrations were as far as like, giving the organization the bird on his way out. But I think what these guys need to understand too is like business is business, It's like I got hurt at work last night. I'm not going to go in there today and give my fucking boss the middle finger because I fucking cut myself last night.
I mean,
and I also don't make
closing.
millions. I also don't make fucking millions. And it's just, it's something like that. It's like, yeah, I get it. These guys are human beings, but dude, in a sport, high contact sport where injuries do happen, you break your fucking leg. It sucks. But dude, you're one of the best safeties in the fucking league. There's no way nobody's not going to pay him the money. It's just not going to be the Seahawks. They don't need to spend the money on somebody like him when he can go somewhere else and be paid fancy money, and the Seahawks can pay Russell Wilson everything for him to hand the ball off to 7th round draft pick running backs.
I just thought of video game news.
Okay.
You're throwing your hands up so excitedly right now.
That's because I was trying to think of like anything.
That's because Madden 20 is going to be sick.
Like
Who's the cover
hours.
athlete?
No idea.
So, the developers behind the original Left 4 Dead
Oh, yeah, I did say this.
are making a new game that's supposed to be the spiritual successor.
What's it called again?
I have no idea.
It has like a similar name.
Yeah, I think
Come on it.
there's another 4 in it, like Born for Death or something. I can't fucking
Is it
think.
Valve? It's Valve, right?
No. So,
Back 4 Blood is what
Yeah.
it's called.
Turtle Rock was the original developers. Then they got bought by Valve. Mm-hmm. And then Valve kept the rights for Left 4 Dead and excreted Turtle Rock back into its own developer.
They pooped them out.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah. It got absorbed by Valve. And
God,
then
the video game
excreted
industry is
out.
it's a fucking dirty business, man.
Yeah.
I just feel like, dude, that's a shitty business.
I told you one of my web dev students was one of the 800 that Activision laid off with no notice.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal, man.
He worked at the King Studio in Seattle. He wears our t-shirts all the time.
Oh,
So
yeah?
how can you support that company that fired you? He was like, the t-shirt was free and it's a nice shirt. Fair.
Good quality. I still wear my Dumb Lumber t-shirts.
Shout out
Dumb
to
lumber.
Carl Coral. He loves it when we make Walking Dead jokes. Just kidding, he hates it.
But, dude, so you said it was Born, what?
Back for Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
The
Okay,
number
sorry.
4.
Okay.
Just
so,
like Left 4 Dead.
What's it about?
It's basically Left 4 Dead.
Just update.
But it's a new IP as well.
Yeah.
So it's not the same story or anything like that. It's supposed to basically feel and be like Left 4 Dead, so spiritual successor.
Yep.
But it's
If it's the same style of gameplay and everything like that, same kind of character style,
yeah.
that game's gonna be the shit.
that's what it's going for. Yeah.
And I know that Overkill's The Walking Dead tried to play
It's hot garbage.
they tried to play their style of kind of like how they have their characters and stuff. Same kind of like first person idea. That game was a crock of shit. And then you have a new one coming out. It's World War Z. That's also kind of like Left 4 Dead in the sense of just kind of like character style, like who's who. You got different characters, and I think you get 4 people co-op, And then you got hordes of zombies, but the hordes are obviously bigger because it's World War Z. The game actually doesn't look too bad. I think if they release the game at a decent price, it could be good. But I think that they're going to put it out for a full price, and people are going to.
Sorry, what are you talking about now?
World War Z.
Oh,
the video game.
Isn't that out already?
So I have yet another gaming news that I just remembered.
Oh, off the rails, my friend.
I heard that No Man's Sky is going MMO.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever
but
play
they
that game?
said that they're not going MMO. There's just going to be a lot of MMO-like features.
Sure. Uh-huh. They
Because
promised
it's
a lot
free.
with that game.
Because it's free, just like all of their other updates.
Yeah.
And apparently it's actually like a solid game now.
I played it at launch and it was hot garbage. Its
Yeah.
only use was to get really high and just fly around in space and
But
look at wave giraffe
yeah,
monsters.
apparently it's gotten really good after some
So I've heard. I've heard the same
lots
thing.
of free updates. So there's like a redemption arc there.
Yeah,
And
I just
then-
don't got the time for that. I got 20 fucking Kingdom Hearts games
Of
to play,
course.
right?
But yeah, so
You and your fucking Kingdom Hearts, man.
it's a good game now.
Just take a break. It's like Vito and his Final Fantasy.
and they want to
That's
MMO with it. Never. I never took a break from Final Fantasy.
I
what I'm
did.
saying. Take a break.
No,
That's what I'm trying to tell
Take
you.
a
fucking
break.
good.
Take a fucking break.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat. I'm like my third cup of coffee.
Take
My
a-
plan
take a
last
break
night.
from
My
your-
plan last night was to come home and play Red Dead Redemption, but obviously I was in the hospital for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So no Red Dead Redemption news for me this week.
Have you played it at all this week?
No, not at all. This has been like probably one of the worst weeks of the year.
I'm shaking my head, listeners.
But the
Knuckleheads.
Keto Bandito is going strong
The Keto
on the fucking
Bandito.
vodka sodas tonight. You know it's going to happen. Last week I got fucked up, and somebody put. I asked for a whiskey Diet Coke,
Thunder cheap. And
they gave me.
I think you're getting
whiskey
bad
Coke.
information, man. There is no way whiskey of any sort is keto. It has a ton of sugar in
Distilled, man.
it. It doesn't matter. It still
if you
has
get
a ton
it,
of
if you
sugar
get it distilled, no, that's rum,
That's
dude.
no rum is made from sugar, but whiskey still has a ton of sugar. It's made from fucking corn. It's like 80% sugar, man.
It matters on how many times it's distilled.
I don't believe it.
You just can't drink it with any sugary drinks. And if you don't drink whiskey with any sugary drinks, you're drinking it straight, which
Yeah.
doesn't have anything in it. It's just fucking distilled liquor. And then vodka, yeah, no sugar at all. That stuff just gets you
it's made
fucking
from fucking potatoes.
bent. And oh my god, but vodka sodas, man, that's my new drink. That shit's good.
You and every sorority girl in the country, man.
Yeah, fuck it. Now I see what all the buzz is about. That shit's dope. And you know,
All of the fun, none
it's
of the
like
calories.
guilt free. It's like guilt free drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like because
That's
when
what I
I'm
just said.
when I'm fucking hammered on whiskey cokes, I feel like a fat piece of shit, you know. And then it's like
the
God.
corn syrup.
Then at
man.
the end of the
Yeah.
I'm all bloated. I feel, and then I'm probably throwing up too.
That's the sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I wake up in the morning feeling, I'm feeling like I'm dead. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. Vodka soda is like, I think even after my diet, I'm still gonna be running vodka sodas. I don't have the beer
I
craving
mean, it's a
that I
really
used.
low calorie.
I don't have like the beer feeling that I want to drink beer anymore, which is kind of sad because I love beer, but I don't want to get drunk off of beer like ever again because now I know like how terrible it is and like how bad it affects me as far as like
That's why I never do it.
yeah. So I'd rather just get drunk off of
It
hard
feels like
liquor.
soggy cardboard in your belly.
It's like I used
Soggy.
to be
How do you have that comparison? Like have
soft
you eaten a lot of
cardboard,
soggy
soft
cardboard?
It's called imagination.
Fair.
like picking
fair.
up soggy cardboard, but that piece of soggy cardboard that's been out in the rain is like in your gut.
In your gut.
I see. I get what he's saying though.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. Like a
Christ.
terrific time was when we took Vito to Greenlake, and this is like pre one prayers for or one
No,
like
it's not
equals
before
one prayer.
that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that was
no,
like
it
the
was
first
after
week.
that.
Oh, that was like the first
Vito's
2 weeks
first
that we
event.
met him.
Like
Okay,
the
never
first
mind.
week you knew me.
This was yeah. This was okay. So this was post Vito. One like equals one prayer. Vito. We went to Green Lake in like the springtime after work. It was like 11 o'clock at night, And we went and bought like 2 18 racks of Ice House. And this was like Ice House that they brought it out. It was really weird because Ice House was usually 5.6, but the Ice House that we bought,
Like 7.8.
it was like 7. Yeah, it was
high
7. It
gravity
was 7.9.
nonsense.
7.9 on these Ice
So
Houses, and this was a $10 18 rack of 7.9 Ice House. It was like the best fucking deal you could ever
Was
get.
this like a Metmart trip? So it was like Vito.
No,
and
this was
Ecliptic?
a 7-Eleven trip.
No, I mean, who was with you?
well, yeah.
yeah. Me, Vito,
And the
J-Rod.
Gunslinging Sam,
J-Rod? Who the fuck is J-Rod?
Jared,
Oh, Gerard.
UFO,
Oh, I
Jared,
forgot about the fucking
And,
robot, man.
yeah, Gunslinging Sam, and Claude, the famous Claude that
Oh,
we were
the-
trying to get on the show today,
Claude.
but he's studying for his final.
Our listeners are going to think he's made up.
I think so too.
You know
I
that
feel like he
episode-
just sounds like a folktale.
You know that episode of The Office where they make up a salesman to circumvent their company's commission cap? And then this really angry guy's like, who's Lloyd Gross? Like, we made him up. That's what people are going to think about Claude.
You know, Claude is a folktale. He's a human folktale.
I saw him on the bus the other day. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. I'm at the
That's
bus stop by my
hilarious.
house. Hey, Joe, how's it going? I'm like, oh, hey, Claude, what's going on?
Hopefully his car didn't get stolen again. And that's why he was on the bus.
What?
Poor
Got away.
soul. The poor soul had his car stolen twice within like a few days.
So weird. That happened to my friend Peter. Like, he
Yeah.
got his car stolen. And
But he has a Honda CRV, and I mean, obviously, you just open up the door and you stick anything in the ignition and it turns on.
Yep.
So poor guy got his car stolen once. And it was like for a week, and then they found it. He got it back, and then he took it home and was building a kill switch for it. And when he was going to go buy all the parts for his kill switch, he comes out and his car was gone.
Jesus.
And
God.
yeah, he found it a few blocks over from
That's
his
the
house.
weirdest thing.
Yeah.
That's what happened to my friend Peter, too.
Somebody was just driving his car around, and it only had like 4 miles on the odometer. But
steal it and then drive it a block away. Like, what? What are you doing? Like, take it far.
But anyway, so Claude, we were all together. We were all at Green Lake, and Claude was fishing in Green Lake just for a hobby.
That's on brand.
Like some hobby fishing while we're all fucking getting
Yo,
hammered.
Claude, we're going to go to the lake and get shit house at 10 p.m. Okay, I'll bring my fishing pole.
We're gonna get shit house with ice house, baby. And my God, I have never seen an 18 rack get killed so fast in my life. Vito annihilated. I'm telling you, annihilated this 18 rack. And not only did he have that, we had a bottle of Black Velvet floating around. And by the end of that Green Lake night, I was a good half a step away from dying. I'm pretty sure I passed away that night because holy shit,
You just straight up died.
I was intoxicated, and Vito, my God, laying down on the ground just giggling about. So it's like imagine Vito's his spike laugh, but for like 2 hours
Damn.
because everything we said made this fucker laugh.
No, I can survive.
Everything.
Man.
Oh, it was terrific. It was great. Oh man, that was such a good time. Dude, drinking is fun, but getting drunk on beer is not my thing anymore. Until I go to Cabo, then I'm gonna get
I know, I was
shit
gonna say,
faced.
you guys just drinking Coronas in the fucking jacuzzi the
I
whole
don't think I
time.
ever told you about that night. I don't remember anything from after we got back in the car, except for a stop at a drive-through, and then everything else is blood blank again.
The problem, the hardest thing about drinking is when you wake up the next day and you see the fast food bag on the floor, and you're like, God, something that I said I wasn't gonna do is right there on the floor, and now I have to go shit it out or puke it out.
When I used to live in Ballard, I would go out with all my friends who lived in the U District all the time. And I take the 44 home. The last bus runs at 2 a.m. So right after the bar closes, you get on the bus. Or right before, depending on the time of day. And I would stop at the QFC and carry groceries home. So one day, I just did that. Like, the 3 a.m. QFC run, which was about 4 kinds of ice cream and 6 kinds of potato chips. Forgot about it. Next morning, I get up. I'm like, I gotta go to the QFC, and I pick up my QFC bags. Like, this is really heavy, and I open it, and it's just ice cream melted everywhere. Oh, I guess I did a QFC run.
See, I'm the quesadilla like king when I'm drunk.
Yeah, you talked about that last. Did you see the picture my
yeah.
sister posted of the hot dog
The hot dog?
quesadilla? Christian's
Oh.
a culinary genius.
Yeah, God, dude, the quesadillas, the hot dog quesadillas, or any quesadilla, as a matter of fact. If I have tortillas, cheese, and ham, I'm eating good.
Oh, dude, you know what's really funny? I got really shit-housed once, and I ate like 2 whole pizzas in like 2 minutes or something.
Like
just
from a pizzeria.
slice,
Oh my goodness.
slice, and it was like 2 whole pizzas from like Papa John's or some shit.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, and then I got up, went to the bathroom, and I was like,
There's a
because I just
time.
ate too much food.
So I'd say it was like summer 2000, probably 2013. I went up to go visit my cousin at UPS, and so he played basketball, had the basketball house. They partied all the time.
UPS is what now?
University of Puget Sound,
Oh,
and not
the courier
the,
company.
not the UPS, but UPS. So we went to go visit him because he said that they were having
Pubic Studios.
said that they were having a barbecue,
Bottom.
a barbecue keg, and so me and good friend Matt, we drove up to Tacoma at like 11 in the morning. And we get there, we meet up with my cousin, and then we walk to this house that was like a few blocks away from his. And we start barbecuing, and then a keg shows up. And there was originally supposed to be like a kegger size like party going on there, you know? Like when somebody brings a keg, a lot of people come with it. Nobody showed up. There was like 12 of us that had a barbecue and a keg, and within an hour and a half, the keg was gone.
Oh, geez.
Well, there was probably like 15, 16 of us. But it was like probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I could barely stand up. And Taco Bell was like 10 blocks away. So I'm like, we have to do this Taco Bell run if we're going to be running this night all the way through, you know, because there was a party we were going to go to at night. So I'm like, fuck, we got to go to Taco Bell now, or I'm going back to the house and I'm sleeping for like a decade. So we walked to Taco Bell, me and Matt. Matt throws up like 3 times on the way there. We're laughing and fucking hooting and hollering and making just looking like doofuses in the street. We get to Taco Bell, we get our order, and I fall asleep at the table before I can even eat. We both fell asleep in Taco Bell at the table.
What
like
time of
bums.
day was it?
Like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh my god. Well, I got a good Taco Bell story. It was Halloween.
Oh.
No, it was the day after, and we had gone to some like crazy Halloween party at like the Showbox or something. And we went in as a group costume. We were the cast of The Nightman Cometh from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I was Toll Troll. We had a green man, a night man, a day man, etc. And we crashed at my friend Libby's apartment in Belltown. And the next morning, we're all driving home, like in our Halloween costumes still. And it's like 9:45. And somebody's like, you know that Taco Bell opens at 10 a.m. Let's stop at the
no.
Taco Bell. So
Costume
we
and
did.
everything?
In costume, I was they had the numbers printed. I was customer number 3 of the day. We're just in this Taco Bell eating fucking Crunchwrap Supremes in Halloween costumes at 10 a.m.
I can't tell you how many times Mark and I have been El Camion's number 1 and number 2 customers of the day on Sundays. Because we always had a tradition of getting, slosh them up Saturdays. So we get fucked up on Saturday, and then we both wake up here, and then we go get El Camion, and then we get like our burritos and rice and beans and come back and like watch football, and Super Swipe Sunday would ensue. But
Slosh them up Saturday, Super
Swipe Sunday, yep. But Super Swipe Sunday is gone.
Retired, I
It's
thought.
no more, yep. Except for when we get together with Blake, then everybody kind of huddles around his Bumble and around his Tinder, and we just kind of laugh and scope out all these funny looking people and try to hook them up with some funny fucking people. I'm telling you, some good times.
Like, what? So, what do you mean by
Like,
funny looking people?
I don't want to be mean and say ugly people, but funny looking people like myself.
Ugly people need loving too.
I know Blake's the guy to give it
That's
to him.
what the ads. That's what the ads on certain internet websites I visit sometimes keep telling me.
What?
Meet
like,
ugly girls in your
fuck
area.
ugly girls in your area tonight? Yeah. Local ads. I wonder what website you're seeing those on.
You know, they're around.
Hot moms want to talk to you right now. I'm like, what? No way. 13-year-old me was like, what do they want to say?
What do they want to talk about?
Yeah, what do they want to talk about? Dude, there are times where I've gone into a place like the morning after drinking how we drink. And I'm telling you, when we drink, we go hard in the yard. I mean, you guys have been to a party once here.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And holy shit.
We're not allowed to talk about that party.
We're not allowed to talk about that party. But that was when my brother and I almost got into a fight because he said that Ice House was a shitty, trashy beer. He says, somebody get this trash off this fucking table. And I was like,
Dude,
okay.
if I was there and he said those exact words,
I don't think you
been
were
like,
there.
Okay.
Was Vito there? I don't think he was.
He wasn't. This was pre-Vito. No. This was
it
no.
was
Vito was
post-Vito.
in. Vito was
I don't know
in,
if he's at the-
but Raymond came over. Good old Raymond,
Yeah,
dude.
Raymond did come over, yeah.
Yeah, Raymond came over, Gunslinging Sam, and then you, Ara, and then a couple other people. I can't remember the whole.
That was Ara and I were still trying to be a secret, and Raymond was like figuring shit out and asking the people.
Colin's been to a few different parties here too.
Colin was at that one too. That's right.
Colin was
Good old
at that
Colin.
one, and then he came to a different one with Claude. He and Claude came,
Did he? Oh.
and we got fucking trashed
What
and
an
had a
odd
great
pairing that would be.
had a great bro talk. That guy's the king of bro talk, I'll tell you.
That's true.
And
He's gonna be the officiant at our wedding. True
But-
story.
oh, nice. It's gonna be fun. Now your wedding's gonna be fun.
I know.
It's gonna be a great cast. It's gonna be a great cast. But the night that we had that party, the one that we in quotations can't talk about. I remember before everybody even got here, me and my great friend Lewis, who will join the show one of these days when he decides to come down here on a weekend.
Good luck.
He and I shotgunned two 24-ounce Mickeys before anybody even
Those
got
in
here.
glass bottles.
No, 24 ounces are in cans.
Oh.
Glass. You can
Now I'm trying to shotgun a fucking glass bottle.
Oh, fun.
Oh man.
It's been tried, I'm sure.
I just have to. I know we're not supposed to talk about that party, but the best part was that it was like Christian's mom's birthday party, and we had never been to his house before. So he was like, "Yeah, this is the address," and we walk in the door, and it's just a bunch of like middle-aged Mexican women, and we're like, "Is this the right place?" And it was literally like when we walked in the door, like the record scratched, like everybody turned to look at us, and we're like, "We're looking for Christian," and then just like downstairs, everybody points down. We're like, "Okay, bye."
That's because we're all downstairs, like fucking playing beer pong and being loud and listening to our music. Every party that we have, my mom's having a party too.
Oh, really?
It's almost just like that. It's just kind of like we just have like one ginormous like dual party. And the funny thing is, my mom's friends all come downstairs to play beer pong when they're tired of chain smoking cigarettes and drinking wine on the porch. They're like, okay, I've had enough wine. I've had enough cigarettes because I've smoked through 2 packs
Sounds
of
like an Aura
menthols.
special, man.
Dude, it's like they put up the tents outside on the deck. They sit out there with the gas fireplace, and they smoke through a pack to 2 packs of menthol cigarettes and like 3 bottles of wine, and then they're ready to party.
Is it Chardonnay? What kind of wine?
I don't fucking know. I don't know wine. Red.
Ugh.
It's just red. Here's a funny St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day is funny because it involves you too. Because I
What?
took a video. This was back when you were actually using your fucking Snapchat. And I invited you.
I still fucking read it.
I invited you to this St. Patrick's Day party at my cousin's house in Greenlake, but you said you couldn't go, so we were bummed. But me and Claude got Old English 40s and green food coloring, and we poured like a whole bunch of green food coloring in our beer to make it green. St. Patty's Day. And Claude, of course, shook it up and made it as warm as he could, and then he started drinking it. But I just took the beer cold without shaking it like a Western man.
You're part Irish, right? On your dad's side?
Yes, half.
Oh.
Half Mexican, half Irish. That's why I drink so much. It's not stereotypes if it's real, folks. And it's real. We drink a lot. We drink a lot. My family's a boozy family, and we're happy about it. We love it.
Bougie or boozy?
Boozy. And, you know, the good thing is nobody that I know in our family is like an aggressive drunk.
That's good.
There's people in my friends groups who are
I don't know. I
aggressive
thought you and your brother were
drunks.
going to get in a fight that one time.
My brother and I almost get into a fight every day, even if we're sober. My brother and I always almost have a physical altercation because we love each other so much.
How old is your brother?
27?
He's older than you?
Yeah, he's older.
He's
than
younger
me.
than you.
I can't remember his age because I always get fucked up between him and my cousin, and they're like a month off. But,
Wouldn't they be the same fucking age then?
well, they're like a month off. They're technically the same age, but I can't ever put my fucking finger on it. I think he's 27. He's 27.
Oh, damn.
And, or he's 28? Fuck. I don't know, dude. Anyway, 27, 28. Yeah, we almost get into a fight all the time. And that's just because we push and shove. And, you know, as you remember, I mean, I think both of you guys have heard this tall tale, or it's not a tall tale because it's fucking true.
This true
But-
story.
Yeah, it's a true story when we went to Vancouver for the bachelor party for our good friend Derek. And we were in an Airbnb that was promised to have a pool and a hot tub and furniture and everything like that. We show up and there's no furniture. There's blood on the floor in a bedroom. And the pool is green and there's no hot tub. And the guy said that all of the furniture was stolen a night prior before we showed up,
Well,
which was
like,
total
yeah, right,
bullshit. And so we were there. We made the best of it, and we were, of course, drinking. I think we drank through 100, and I think we had about 170 beers in the fridge and pantry, and we drank through it all in the first night between everybody. There was like 13 of us, and the second night, the drinking began again at like probably 11 in the morning, and we started playing baseball and beer pong and all that fun stuff. Then my cousin and I are listening to music, and my cousin feels the need to tell me that he's going to put me through a wall. We push and we shove, and sure enough, he picks me up from my legs and puts my ass directly through this drywall. I had to pay $400 extra for this piece of shit house
Chuckleheads.
to get this wall fixed. I'm like, dude, this drywall is going to cost you like $30 because all you have to do is just like patch it and that's it. But you know what? Fine. Fucking $400 worth it for a good weekend and being put through a wall and having the story of being put through a wall.
I remember back in high school, we would go to San Francisco with the jazz band, and fucking what is with this dog? You're not.
He's being
drinking my
creepy. He's
coffee.
being creepy.
Okay.
Not to cut you off, but did you see that 5 Seattle high school jazz bands will be playing or did play at the Paramount last weekend?
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Best
Oh,
day
yeah.
of those band geeks.
And we
life.
tried to fit the entire band in the hotel bathroom to take a selfie
Why?
because it was funny. And then we broke.
I guess because you were a high school
yeah.
nerd.
And then we broke the fucking towel rack.
Oh,
It
boy.
was, yep. That was it.
Oh, boy.
God, dude.
Back
What was- you know-
in high school. I almost got kicked off of a fish processing plant when I was in Alaska because me and my buddy were drinking and we decided to have a nimbleness contest. So it was like horse but parkour. So we were like jumping between like cargo containers and trying to
Oh
scale
my
up walls and
God.
shit. And then somebody called the security guard. I was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" That's when I came up with my fake getting out of trouble name. So if anybody asks my name who I don't want to tell, I tell them my name's Scott Penny.
I think
Scott Penny is my alias.
I think some of the best
Scopity.
stories, or I think like some of the best times I've had drinking are definitely when I was living in my apartment. Claude, the folk tale, he was always at my apartment. It was like
one you had
in Greenwood.
without roommate.
This was the one that you fell asleep
Yeah,
on.
when me and Lucas.
That I had to
spent the
take
night,
you
yeah.
and Lucas home and like fucking throw blankets on you guys
That
because
was
you guys were dying.
that was a Steph party, right?
That was a Steph
That
party.
was a Steph party. Shout out to Steph. I don't know. If she's
Shout
a
out to
fan.
Steph. We were fucking plastered that night. We went to
Yes,
we went to
we
QFC
were.
to buy even more, to buy like two 18 racks,
right.
and we drank half of it before we even got
It took
back to the
45
house.
minutes to go 2 blocks because we had to stop to pee every 30 feet.
Yeah, and it took us forever to find like the beer in QFC and to buy it and to get out of there because Lucas kept trying to open it up in the store and drink it. And so we finally got out and we drank half of it on a walk back home. So 218 racks were almost all the way gone before we even got back to the party, which was 2 blocks away. And then
I had to go sign the lease for my new apartment with Colin the next day, and I was still wearing that Peachorama t-shirt that I had cut off to make into a belly shirt.
your
I
crop
called
top.
out sick to work. That was the day that Matt just showed up all drunk and left. Lucas went into work and he was hammered, and he was like making like pages while hammered because Jean-Marie gave me a oh no, that wasn't it. That was after a holiday party. But that time, I had to go sign my lease, and I was still wearing that belly shirt the whole time. And like 4 people just didn't show up. I remember because Stamble was like, I wish Matt just would have called out like everybody else who went to that fucking party did.
Yeah, that was a man. What a fucking night.
Oh, what a night.
That was good. And so yeah, that apartment. So you know what apartment I'm talking about?
Been there.
I have had countless drunk nights in that place. And, I mean, that was all me and Derek did as roommates, because we got hammered and played Madden like, all the time. I went on like a 17 game losing streak against him in Madden, losing by just like a cunt hair, like that little. I was losing like by a point or 2 points or a fucking field goal, something like that, something dumb. Just because I'd be drunk and go for it on like Hail Mary with like 3 minutes left in the game and I'm only down by like 3. So I'll go for a Hail Mary on like 2nd down and he'll pick it off and end the game. Anyway, there was one night where me and Claude went out drinking. I think we were in Shoreline. So we Ubered up to Shoreline and
Staying classy.
and I took a bottle of Tito's, a 5th of Tito's to a party. And
You a fancy motherfucker. That's expensive vodka, man.
it's like the only vodka I can like stomach.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like any other vodka besides Tito's. It's fucking good. I am the Keto Bandito.
I thought you were the Keto Bandito.
I'm the Keto Tito Bandito because I drink Tito's like a motherfucker. I love Tito's. Anyway, I love Tito's so much that the bottle I took to the party for the party, I ended up drinking to myself a whole 5th of Tito's while sitting down on the couch, playing guitar with some buddies and singing. And
That seems familiar.
Yeah.
and I was
Except with me, it was a bottle of Fireball.
yeah. But Vito took out that bottle
on my
of
front
Fireball.
porch with Lucas trying to freestyle Bismarcky lyrics badly.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah,
but
that was
terrible.
hilarious.
That was hilarious because it was like 20 minutes long of one song, and the hook kept coming in. As soon as one of us would run out of rhymes, Joe would come blasting in with the hook. And not only is it like 2 in the morning, and we're just like fucking hooting and hollering on your front porch, nobody gave a shit.
because that's a shitty neighborhood, man.
Nobody gave a shit.
That's 'cause
We just sat
all
there
those houses are just
singing
fucking
that
I remember
terrible
I had a
Bismarcky.
concert in my backyard in high school, and the police showed up and then just left because we weren't doing anything wrong.
It's just a concert.
Yeah,
If I was to tell you that I never drank in high school, would you believe me?
I never drank in high school.
Me neither.
You guys are fucking nerds.
I didn't drink until I was like 20.
The first time I got drunk when I was 18 or 19 in college, I was drinking Smirnoff Ice and I called my mom.
Wow.
And you know what she said to me? This is a real story.
Eat
She's
bread.
like, "Don't call me the first time you have sex." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I had a bottle of whiskey with a coworker, and I was taking it slow because I was like, I don't want to, find out I'm a lightweight the hard way, And then like halfway through the bottle, I'm like, I don't even fucking feel it.
It's a dangerous game.
I was convinced I was going to die the first time I got drunk.
Your story, Vito, reminds me of the first time I ever took edibles. Same basic thing.
Yeah, except when I finished the bottle, I felt it. So
Yeah.
It didn't take
It'll normally
another
do that.
45 minutes. Oh, I ate this whole brownie. I got nothing. I'll eat another one. Oh, that was a bad idea.
I did take a bite from one of my parents' brownies that they use for pain.
Pain management, sure.
Yeah, because I just really wanted a brownie, and they tasted like actual regular brownies. And
You do it right. Yeah, they do.
And then I took like the 5 steps to my bedroom, walked, like fell onto my bed, and passed out for 18 hours.
Damn.
Yeah,
How old are
that
you?
shit'll make you sleep.
It
I
depends,
can't
it
have that
depends,
shit.
it
I can't have
depends,
that
it
shit
depends.
because I'll sleep through an entire day.
I mean, there's various strains. If you get the
Yeah.
super sleepy stuff. Sure.
I know my dad makes some, and I've accidentally had them a couple of times because they're just like sweets on the table.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I go to visit
mean,
my
sure.
dad. I go to visit my dad, and I see that there's like fucking like a fresh pan of brownies on the table. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have one of these. So I have myself a brownie, a whole one, and I have zero tolerance when it comes to the devil's lettuce. I just
that's the thing.
I have zero fucking
I
tolerance.
have a huge tolerance, and my parents
I think
must
you
have
should
just
smoke
a
more weed,
huger
Christian.
tolerance.
Yeah.
Huger.
Because
Your
I got
parents-
knocked the fuck out.
Sound like legit hippies, man. But
So-
Christian, I think you should start smoking more weed, man. First of all, it's cheaper than beer and whiskey, and it doesn't fuck you up as much.
Well,
It's more economical.
I don't like weed. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling. I don't like the effect. It just doesn't. I mean, from what I've had from edibles, I hate it. I hate the feeling.
Well, it just sounds like you're getting the like I need to relax and take a nap stuff.
No, it's like I need to like be put out of my fucking
I'll hook
misery
you up.
with a cattle gun, and so it's like
Can't like fucking.
I had one and I'm
movie
sitting
was that?
down.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, dude, seriously. That's what it feels like when I have an edible. It feels like I need to be put down with that cattle gun that he's wheeling around the whole movie. I remember I had one and I was playing Halo Reach and ended up playing.
Coming to PC soon,
I ended up playing Forge
bitches.
for like 6.5 hours and I ended up building nothing. It's just kind of like walls in different areas, and I'm like, this map is gonna be fucking sick.
And this is gonna be the first time I played Halo in like seriously in like fucking over a decade.
Dude, Halo is fucking amazing.
Because I finally get to play it on fucking PC.
Master Queef
DC
collection.
Master Race for real.
Master Queef collection coming to PC.
Gross. gross. Oh, I guess I have started playing. I have started playing a new game. So, all right, come on. Yes, queefs are funny. Ha 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 ha.
That's Christian's laughing.
Oh my
He's
God.
wheezing.
These two are dying already. Anyways,
You were saying.
I forget. Oh, yes. I
Go
I
ahead,
have been playing a new
Darnell.
game. Have either of you ever played Advance Wars on the GBA?
Oh
You
shit!
remember
Yeah.
this game?
Back in when I was. in
Oh,
high school.
Advance Wars?
Back in
Hey, I remember
us.
that.
Yeah, there's this
Yeah.
new game called
fucking
War
love that game.
called War Groove. That's basically Advance Wars if Advance Wars had a medieval setting. So all the units are like, archers or lancers and shit and knights, but it's like literally Advance Wars. Like it looks like Advance Wars, it plays like Advance Wars. Your power is determined by your HP. You can capture buildings. It's pretty good. It's like $20. It's on everything. I've been playing it on Switch.
Oh, nice.
Check it out. War Groove.
War Groove.
Sick.
Man.
I'm also still playing Kingdom Hearts, but that's going to be my story for the rest of my life, I think.
Dude, this dog loves me now.
He does. He's being spooky. He's just
Well,
like nestling up in you, dude.
Somebody came home. I think he's bummed out. We crushed that dog's spirit when we put that bark collar on him.
We had to, or else he wouldn't shut up. I'm telling you, it sounds cruel, but if you don't do it, sometimes this dog will not stop.
Listeners, if you buy more dog t-shirts, we can afford studio space, and then we don't have to
And then we
worry
don't have to
about
deal with the
dogs.
dog. We don't have to deal with Benjamin. Ow, you fucker. You just hit my finger. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. But anyway, I didn't quite finish that Tito's story I was on.
Oh yeah.
And so... So I slammed that whole bottle of Tito's, correct? And I don't feel how drunk I am until I stand up to leave. Because I sat down the whole time I was there. I was just
I've had
sitting
that
down on the
before.
couch.
Yeah.
My buddy was playing guitar. There was a fucking harmonica going on in the background. There was some like record box like cajon drums going on. It was a fucking powwow.
Cojones.
It was a powwow, dude. And we were singing, some of our favorite Western classic songs. We did Big Iron. We did Streets of Laredo. We did all the good stuff. And we did, Mr. Shorty. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of Marty Robbins. A lot of bullshitting. But then it's time for us to go home. I stand up, and the fucking whole bottle that I drank hits me all in one time. Boom. I feel like my world, like, shuts down. Next thing I know, I'm in an Uber. Like, I got my head in my shirt, and then I got my, my sweatshirt.
Cornholio.
Like, over my face and tied up. I'm just like, I'm ready to barf on myself in this guy's Uber, but this guy's driving like a fucking maniac. So I have to tell this guy to get off of the freeway because I was going to puke in his car. I'm like, dude, you need to get off the fucking freeway and open this back window because I need fucking fresh air and you're driving like a lunatic. You're going to make me puke. He was like bobbing and weaving and jerking his car around. And I'm like, dude, you're going to make me fucking puke. I'm like, just relax. We get home.
No, you don't want that.
So then finally, I wake up in bed. And I'm like, all right, nice. It's a good night. Go out to the living room, and there's a Domino's delivery pizza bag on my couch with Claude on the floor. Claude's on the floor, wrapped in a blanket, and there's a Domino's Pizza Boy delivery bag. Like the ones that keep the pizzas hot.
Like the warming bag?
Yes. There was
there
one
a
of those.
Pizza?
There was no pizza. There was nothing. There was just the delivery bag. And it was on the couch. We have no idea
Fucking Domino's guy
where
with a
it
black
came
eye
from.
in the corner.
And then there was, well, now that I don't live in this apartment anymore, we can fucking say that it was in there. We took a planter from the lobby, like one of those, like how they have like stage plants. We took a whole fucking planter and put it in our apartment right by the front door because we thought it was going to make it look nice. We were like,
How big was it?
huge. Yeah. It was a fucking planter. And we had it just sitting in our apartment for months until we moved out. Then we had to secretly move it back. But the person who owned the apartments has cameras everywhere and was like, you guys were the ones that took our planters. And I'm not mad because it's not
Just
broken.
disappointed.
I'm not
Like a
mad because
sad
it's not
dad.
broken. But she was like, I'm glad that I know where it is and it's not broken. And I'm glad you guys returned it. And I hope it made your apartment look nice. I'm like, it did for like 8 months. We also had a
8 months?
yeah, that was in there.
So long.
It was in
They
there
didn't
for
notice it was missing?
no, they knew it was missing. She just didn't care about it that much. But we also moved in there, and our first night we moved in there, our fridge had 2, what are they called? From Burger King, the breakfast sandwich, Croissantwich. There was 2 Croissantwiches in the fridge and 6 Four Loko Golds, and that was our first night in the apartment. Then, on our last night in the apartment, the 2 Croissantwiches were still in there.
Oh my!
So we're having a to go, like we're having like a little last night drinking party with Madden on the floor because all of our furniture is packed up except for the TV, Xbox.
Well, you got to keep the essentials, man.
Yeah, and booze. And so everything's packed up, ready to go. And so my roommate goes, He goes, I'm fucking hungry, man. I'm going to get up. So he goes, he checks the fridge, and he sees, Croissantwich. And it's the same ones that were in there a year. They were in there for a year.
Were they like rotted at all?
Opens it up, and they were perfect.
Yeah, that's gross.
And he put them in the microwave, heated them up, and ate them both.
Is he alive?
Dude, he was
And that was the last time we saw him alive.
he was gnarly. I've never seen a man like really go to the extreme for his proteins, like grabbing spiders off of our wall and eating them, because he'd be like, why throw them outside when I can just eat them? It's like, damn, dude, you're hard
Was that
in
Claude?
the yard. It's not Claude. It's my
Derek or whatever.
great friend Derek.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
But-
just reminded me when I was in college. So everybody knows I had a roommate named Joe. Ha 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 ha. Before we moved in together, we used to hang out like every weekend at his girlfriend's apartment because she had a sweet off-campus apartment. And his roommate was a shithead, and I lived on campus. So we go over there basically every weekend, get drunk. I'd sleep on the futon. He'd sleep with his girlfriend, and then we'd go home like Sunday morning. So we're usually there for like a day and a half. One of Sheena's roommates, who I will not name, tried to charge me and Joe for utilities because we were spending too much time over there.
Dude, that was like my cousin Rex and Derek's Tacoma house, the basketball house. I was there almost every weekend. That I just had a bedroom in the closet with an inflatable bed, but it had my pillows and my blankets in there. And then somebody slept in there one day when I wasn't in there and threw up all over it. And the blanket is not there anymore. Neither is that, they don't live there anymore.
Dude, speaking of having to, like people trying to make you pay utilities, people sleeping in your place. I had...
Speaking of that.
I had this guy who I met in high school over Omegle meet me in real life for the first time, and he used to live in Florida.
This sounds like the plot of a Lifetime original movie.
Dude, what is this?
And he was super fucking weird and out there, and I was just like, okay.
You didn't. You didn't meet him.
Omegle, and it wasn't like a weird sex thing.
You didn't. So he. I hope he wasn't playing with his pecker when you met him.
No.
You met him on Omegle, and you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember that South Park
That's
episode?
fucking
And we just like
bizarre.
fucking hung out, and he like visited Seattle, and like he crashed in my place for like a week.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude, that is fucking
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe that.
Crazy.
That is so funny.
Do you remember that South Park episode where they're trying to make new friends, so they go on chat roulette? It's like, oh, that one's a penis. Oh, it's a penis. A penis. And then Kyle's like, this is hopeless. And Carmen's like, Kyle, if you want to make new friends, you got to wade through a bunch of dicks first, okay?
God, I can't believe those fucking sites existed, man.
Funny
Come to
thing
think
was,
about
I
it, it's
never did the actual like video cam stuff, so I never saw anybody.
I think
You
if
would just go for like the chat rooms and shit?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever, I know I'm older than you, but were you ever on like AOL or AIM?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet anyone? Did you have like online girlfriends?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I did have a crush, like a little boy crush, on this girl I met in like a really early Asian MMO
I had a girlfriend who I met in my
like middle school.
who I met in my Neopets clan when I was like 14.
Oh,
Totally forgot about that till
fucking
just now.
Oh,
Shout out to the Deer Feet, my sister's podcast. They had 2 episodes on online dating. These are my online dating stories.
fucking Neopets.
Go ahead,
dude.
let's give them a listen. You hear the story of how my sister's a real life fucking catfish. That's your fun preview
But
of
the
the
thing
Deer
is
Feet.
too,
for the
it
week.
was for me, it was literally just a crush because like
It's just.
I didn't even know this person at all. I just like played video games with them and knew that they were a girl, and we like always played together. Like that's how my middle school mind worked.
I'm like 85% sure one of my Final Fantasy clanmates had a crush on me because I always play as a female character.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
was starting to get way too friendly towards the end.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I tell him I'm a dude?
Oh man. How about speaking of online and females playing online video games? I was playing Blackout some buddies and we were streaming, and their friend joins in, and she's like, "Oh yeah, a lot of people can't handle how inappropriate I am." I'm like, "Well, you better fucking straddle in." I'm like, I'm like, "You have no idea how fucking inappropriate we are." She was like, "Oh yeah, I give you guys 5 minutes until you guys mute me." 5 minutes later, she muted me, and that was just because I was a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah, don't question this man.
I wasn't aiming anything at her, and I wasn't being like inappropriate to her. I was just being inappropriate because it was fucking hilarious. When I'm online, I call everybody a cunt. And that's just how it is. She's like, "Why are you saying this so much?" I'm like, "Because that's what I say. I'm online. I'm not on the chat, so I'm not going to get banned."
This is Christian's Weekly. I wish I could be more of an asshole on the internet.
Well, hey, come on. Everybody's an asshole on
like
the internet.
It's like when you play a video game and you want to play the evil character.
I am the evil character in a video game. I'm the guy that
like you're IRL, you're a evil character in a video game, but like in real life. Is that what you're saying?
I'm never racist. So I'm not racist towards anybody. I'm not a fucking 12-year-old.
I gotta draw the line somewhere.
I'm not a fucking 12-year-old in a Modern Warfare lobby. It's not like that. I'm just inappropriate with the shit that I say and the jokes that I make. Is that so hard to ask? For me to, Xbox banned me for fucking 2 weeks.
Cheap. Yes,
because I called some fucking I don't know, some goof the C word, and he reported me, and I was off for 2 weeks. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get drunk anymore and send people fucking messages after I destroy them in Call of Duty. I'm just going to verbally do it with my microphone. So there's always this shit talk, but nobody's ever going to do anything. We're never going to meet up. We're never going to fight anything. But it's just I just love hearing these guys talk about how they're going to hack my IP address and then kick my ass. I'm like, okay. I'm here. I was like, go ahead and hack my IP address. Oh, I'm going to hack your IP address. You're never going to play online ever again because I'm going to delete your account. I'm like, good luck. Skeet.
Dude,
Black Ops 2 was the get your IP address hacked kingdom. That was where every internet asshole was saying that they were going to hack your IP. And
what a weird threat.
What a weird flex. It's
that's just so strange.
It's fucking dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. Hack my IP address all you fucking want. I don't give a shit because you're not going to do it. Nobody ever does.
What do they think they can gain from that?
Oh, man.
They just tell you where you live. Or sort of even. Not really.
Not really. They just tell them.
The general area.
Yeah. Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you got me now, bud.
Man.
Good
it's
luck.
So funny when people who don't understand the internet try and understand the internet.
Yep. I love it. But anyway. I just thought that was fucking hilarious because you guys were talking about your online crushes.
No, it's Joe.
I don't have an online crush from this person, but
I had lots of girlfriends. My original AIM screen name was Cool Guy 1912.
That was a great year. 1912. What a great year.
There was just
there were numbers that
war
fit.
1912.
That was the War of 1812. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
America's history education at work here. The War of 1812. Before the Civil War, which was in 1965.
Oh my god.
All right. For an hour and 5.
I was thinking 1812. I don't know why I heard and said 1912.
I think it's the combination of the sleepiness and the whiskey, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably what it is.
I got some more, by the way.
There's still some left. And the party's just begun, Tacoma. The party has just begun, Tacoma! You guys know what video that is? That's probably the greatest video of all time, by the way. Motley Crue live in Tacoma Dome in, I can't remember what year it was. But if it's
1885.
If it's
1869.
If it's not in their piece of shit movie coming out on Netflix,
Jesus.
The movie's going to be even more terrible. First off, it's terrible already because Machine Gun Kelly's playing Tommy Lee. It's one douchebag is being replaced by an even bigger douchebag. I just think it's funny. It's funny. But
I was excited about that, the Punk miniseries on Epix, but apparently it's terrible. It's terrible.
Music like, what are they called? Music
Documentaries?
Not documentaries, but movies about bands and shit.
Biopics?
Biopics, thank you. Band biopics are usually fucking terrible.
What was it called?
I loved Bohemian Rhapsody.
That one, yeah.
I love Bohemian Rhapsody, but I'm trying to think of another one that I liked because very hard. I don't think I have another one that I like.
I told you when I was on the cruise I saw the Queen musical, right?
There's a musical?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One of the main characters is named Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's about this dystopian future.
If you sing that song at karaoke, you're a douche.
You're a douche. So what are your top 5 you're a douche if you sing these at karaoke songs? Because I have 2 rules of karaoke.
Journey.
Okay?
If you sing any Journey song, you're a douche. If you sing Bohemian Rhapsody...
In general, it doesn't have to be at...
It doesn't have to be Don't Stop Believing. Oh,
it's like look...
So the lead singer of Journey is just a douche?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dropped.
Steve Perry. I mean, if you sing anything that involves Steve Perry, I can't stand it. You're a douche. Bohemian Rhapsody, the only reason why you're a douche is because of the length. And, they play the whole song.
It's like singing Stairway.
It's like... if you sing a long song, you're a douche.
Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, same fucking thing. That song's like 8 minutes long.
What's
Scenes
another
from an
one?
Italian
Trying to think of
restaurant.
another one because there's
So I have two
so
handheld rules of karaoke. Okay, first of all, the
Like,
one thing
most
that
of the
drives
metal I
me
listen to.
nuts.
we're probably going to be doing this tonight too, karaoke.
The one thing that drives me nuts at karaoke is the person who goes who like wanted to be like a professional singer but wasn't quite good enough, so they're just going to show off. So they pick some like croony song from like 40 years ago that nobody fucking knows, and they like mostly crush it. But it's like, okay, great, yeah, you knew this song that no one's ever heard of. Like the whole point of karaoke is to get the crowd fucking hyphy. I mean,
Yeah.
like, first of all, it's so fucking loud, like no one can have a conversation. So like at least just do the hits, man.
Do
The
songs
rules
that
are-
people can sing.
Two
Fuck
rules.
it.
I got 2 rules for karaoke. Number 1, people have to know the fucking song. Number 2, you as a singer, you don't necessarily need to know every word unless it's a rap song, but you do need to know the cadence, and you need to know the cadence well, because the words will show up for you. But if you don't know the fucking cadence, you come off like a fucking fool. Also, don't rap. Just don't do it. All right? Just don't do it.
I was gonna say, if you do a fucking rap song, you're a douche. It's just like, oh my
I
fucking
mean,
God.
to be fair, I used to do Notorious B.I.G. Juicy.
Well, okay, I mean that's
I know that song.
I mean that's obviously
I
one
can
that everybody's
freestyle that
gonna
fucking
fucking
song.
do that. But if you're doing shit that's like,
But I see people up there trying to do fucking Will Smith Wild Wild West, and they just like completely botch it. And it's like, this is even worse. Like
California Love,
Yeah.
anybody who does California Love, you're a fucking douche.
any Eminem song.
Any Eminem song, you're a douche.
They just don't rap. Just don't do it.
No.
Like,
And you know, one thing is you're right, dude. If people don't know the song, you just come off as like, you just look like a douche.
Yeah.
Unless you're Mark. Mark can play off anything he sings up there, because Mark has that personality that is like he knows how to liven up a crowd that has no idea who he is. It's like he'll walk into a place and he'll liven up that crowd because he's a goof. He goes up there and he sings Prince. You know, he sings oh God, I can't remember what the name of the Prince song is, but it's not your stereotypical Prince song. It's not, it's not one that you would expect somebody to sing at karaoke. It's like a whole different one.
it's not like Purple Rain.
But it's not Purple Rain. But he crushes it. He kills it. But he's so funny when he does it. But then he'll go up there like 3 songs later and sing All American Rejects, Dirty Little Secret, and he has no idea what the song is. I got a video. I don't know who has the video, but it's on there, and it's just him trying to sing that song because he's never heard it before, doesn't know about it, and he's trying to sing it up on
Why,
stage
then?
because he's a goof.
Oh, man.
And he saw it, was like, I want to sing this song.
At least
So he goes up there and
that's a song
sings it.
People will know at least.
Yeah, so we were all singing it, having a fucking hoot and holler. And then my brother went up there and sang Shine Down. Fucking Shine Down.
Last time I went, the only
my
song I
God.
sang was
He sang
what was
Second
it?
Chance from Shine Down, and the bar like exploded.
Jeez.
Our group of friends, like, we take that place over, sing every song that comes on.
I know I've been to that bar with you guys. It's a Little Red Hen, right? You're talking
No.
about the Little Red Hen?
No, we don't- we
you
don't
do karaoke at the Little Red Hen?
We don't karaoke at the Little Red Hen.
But that's what they're for. That's their thing.
no, it's not. They
Yeah.
have live music, like almost
Their
every day.
karaoke night is blows up, man.
Dude,
I've
their
never
karaoke-
been to a
their
karaoke night that
night-
was more crowded than that one.
Their karaoke night's on like Sunday though.
Is it?
It's like Sunday or Monday, one of the other ones,
I
or
think
Tuesday.
Monday.
It's Tuesday.
I think it's a weekday, yeah.
It's a weekday. I'm sure it's popular, but we don't go there for karaoke. We go there for the live music on the weekends. We go to the Royal Unicorn for karaoke.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Chinese restaurant, cheap drinks. Check it out.
yeah.
Badass. Vito,
I think last time I did karaoke was I did Green Day. Oh, Basket Case. That was the fucking song. Basket Case.
I can't think of any other song that'd make you a douche besides,
Just Bohemian Rhapsody and anything Journey.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Journey,
Rap songs.
rap songs,
What about
and
like
singing.
Living on a Prayer? Bon Jovi.
I figured that one might be one, but I don't think that at the bar that we go to, that song, nobody ever sings it, so we don't ever hear it. So it's like, but I'm sure that if you go somewhere else and you
Exactly.
start hearing it, and you go to a karaoke bar that's a little bit more popular than a Chinese restaurant, then yeah, you're probably going to be like, you're a douche if you sing Bon Jovi up on that stage. But the try hard, if you're a try hard,
Yes, exactly.
you're a douche
Yeah.
because it's not supposed to be good. And if you get mad at somebody because they're terrible at singing a song,
You do not understand karaoke.
you don't understand karaoke and you look like a douche.
You just have to be loud.
Yeah, you just have to have fun.
Yeah.
And like at least try to sing your song. Like, pick a song that you know. That's like the funniest thing is last weekend my cousin Ramon did.
So I can't do any of them because I don't know any of the fucking lyrics.
You don't need to know the lyrics, like I said, because the lyrics will show up on the screen.
They'll show up on screen.
yeah.
You just need to know the cadence, and
okay.
you need to know like when the hook comes in and how the beat changes. And
Cadence and shit. That's the stuff I'm good at. So.
It's funny because the song
That'd be
Danger Zone is a song that everybody knows. Everybody's heard. Yeah. So my cousin Ramon requests it to do it last week at the dock. And shouts out to the dock. That place kind of rules. And he goes up there to sing it. And he has never heard the song in its entirety. He's never heard the song in its entirety. So trying to sing it, he's fucking skipping words. He's missing out. And the only part that he can sing is
the fucking
highway to the... But he's singing it like such a goof. He's like moving around with his microphone. He's just, highway to the danger zone. He's owning the fuck out of it. The guy killed it. Even though he had no idea what the fuck he was singing. And we were dying because I look at my brother and I go, he's never heard this song once outside of the chorus. And we were laughing, we were dying. He thought it was hilarious. It was great. It was a fucking great time.
I've only ever heard Archer say it.
But like karaoke is an American pastime, baby. Just like baseball.
It's a Japanese word, sure.
It's an American pastime like baseball. And the Japanese are better at both karaoke and baseball. So it's kind of funny. Kind of funny.
You ever been to like the Asian style karaoke, like the private
Yep.
booth or whatever,
I lived in Japan for a year, my
with
friend.
like the video that has literally nothing to do with the
Yep.
song that's playing?
You
Oh,
pick
yeah,
like
did live
you
in
pick like
Japan.
an Iron Maiden song, and it's got like some girl with her
Flowers
umbrella,
and shit,
like
yeah.
walking
It
around the
doesn't make
street
any
and flowers,
sense.
and it's. I did Run to the Hills once when I was like 10 when I lived in Japan. I did Run to the Hills, and that was exhausting. That was exhausting.
There used to be, I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be like a Korean style karaoke place like that on the Ave where I went with my friends once.
It's like you rent
So
out
like
a room.
four of us, yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
you rent
guys
out a
in there.
room.
Yeah, get like this weird tablet thing
Yep.
to show you all the videos. That literally have nothing to do with the song. All right.
There's this one Netflix original series that has like an anthropomorphic.
Jesus
Anthropomorphic?
Christ.
Yeah. Characters. So they're all like animals, but they speak and talk.
Is it BoJack Horseman?
No. But the main character is like a girl who works like in an office, but at night she fucking sings like metal karaoke.
Oh, Agretzko or whatever.
Agretzko. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Weirdest thing I've ever heard.
You should actually watch it though, because it's actually fucking great though.
It like looks like hella Japanese, and it's about a cat that sings metal.
Yeah, but but the part you relate to is it's a person who hates their fucking job, puts up with shit, and then fucking
Sings
sings metal to deal with it.
But they're a cat.
I love drinking and singing like Irish folk songs and sea shanties and
Really? Because when I was singing The Wild Rover the other episode, you guys looked at me like I was fucking crazy.
What is
Sailing Over the Doggish
never heard
Bay
it.
is probably the one that we sing the most. Sailing over the Doggish Bay. Oh, wasn't to the trees. That's the one that we will go on for hours.
Just got to put on the Assassin's
Watch out,
Creed.
Twigger.
The Assassin's Creed 4 soundtrack, man, with all those sea shanties.
I actually have, and that's a pretty fucking great soundtrack. You told me to look it up. I looked it up, put it on, and it's a great fucking soundtrack.
shanties.
It's fun. That's fun.
The fucking
Obviously, singing country songs, but the sad country songs,
Yeah.
like drunk Mexicans singing their corridos, their like sad Mexican songs where the singer can like holler and then cry in the same fucking sentence. It's pretty incredible.
Acoustic guitar, yeah.
It's incredible, man. I fucking love it. We do that. We sing that. We sing Mexican songs, Irish folk songs, sea shanties, country songs, and like just like stupid power metal, like Dragon Force, dude.
fuck yeah.
Getting the Dragon Force out there and just singing that, like the fucking 5 choruses that Through the Fire and Flames has. That's like the only song that I know that has like 6 different, or like it's literally like 6 different choruses.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you're drunk, you know all of them, but when you're sober, I don't know it.
Yeah, fuck no. Yeah.
Oh god, I fucking love alcohol, man.
We should start to wrap. I'm getting tired.
Getting tired.
Hour
It's
and 20
fucking-
minutes.
Come on, man. It's fucking 6 o'clock.
It's an hour and 20 minutes in.
6 o'clock. Not on the dot, but almost. And we haven't talked about music.
On the thought.
That's
We've talked
true.
about karaoke.
Did you have band of the week or whatever you called it last week?
My band of the week is actually Gibs band from work. So Metal Spoon Gib has got a hard rockin' band, and I've got both of their.
He electrocuted himself with a metal spoon.
I thought that
Yes.
was the band name was Metal Spoon for a second.
No. Metal Spoon Gib, like sticking a metal spoon into an outlet Gib. Love the guy.
Idiot.
The guy fucking rules, man.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And his band, they rock, dude. They've got some heavy riffs, and they've got funny fucking lyrics.
Still gotta send me that shit.
Their first album,
Played it for us, didn't you?
No.
Played something for us.
I played it for you because
Because
we got into the car. We got in the car to go pick up
for
Vito.
me.
Oh, that's right.
But-
and then he texted, "You all can't make it."
I've got both of his CDs, and it's kind of funny because the album that they came out in 2006 is mixed and mastered and sounds better than the one that came out in 2018. I think he had like an apprentice guy who mixed and mastered for him on the newest album. It still sounds good, and they have like a professional sound, which is what I really like. And they've got hard rockin' riffs. And is Gibbs singing, Gibbs on vocals. And when you know who Gibb is, it's even better that he's on vocals because the shit that he says is hilarious. The first album is like full of nothing but like hilarious lyrics. He's got a song on there about how frat dudes like fuck each other. And like that song alone had me hooting and hollering, laughing my ass off. He's got a song called Hobgoblin. It's like or no, not Hobgoblin. Or yeah. Or wait, is that what it's called? I can't fucking...
Like the Spider-Man villain?
No, it's Hobgoblin. It is Hobgoblin. And that song fucking rocks, dude.
Is it about the Spider-Man villain?
No, it's about like some kind of goblin that... I think there's a lyric in there that says he'll eat up your wife and shit out your child. That shit had me laughing. It rocks. It rocks. I gotta give his band a shout out.
What are they called?
Scorpix Knox. It's a
Don't look at me.
hard name to pronounce because I can't pronounce it, and he's never told me what it was. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering it.
Is he a big fan?
What, of the show?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. He wants to join, but I don't think he listens because I don't think he knows what podcasts are. But he can join anytime, and he can talk about his band. But I got to give him a special shout out. They're awesome. They rule. And, of course, still listening to country music, as always. It's just, the deal. And a lot of Dimmu Borgir as of late, too. I've been listening to a lot of them while I run. Shit kills. Do you like Dimmu Borgir, Vito? They're a little bit corny. They're corny.
I don't know. I feel like I listened to him once and I was like, I don't really like black metal.
You don't like black metal?
It's like just not... So the part of songs in general that I tend to like a lot are more melodic stuff and symphonic stuff because I tend to get really hooked by the like honestly stuff that sounds a lot more like classical music because when there's a lot of complex things going on, that's when I really get hooked. And then I get hooked by some of the classic stuff too, but and just harder stuff sometimes too. But the thing that really hooks me is the stuff that's like symphonic metal and stuff.
Like a power metal.
Fucking who does the Ghost Love score? Is it Nightwish?
I've never heard it.
Nightwish is a fucking amazing band, female singer, and they mix like opera with metal basically,
Damn.
and it's amazing.
Do you like death metal?
Yeah.
So like Cannibal Corpse and...
Well, so I like certain kinds of. I'm very specific. I'm very Pacific.
This is a song about bleeding out of your cock.
I'm very. I'm very specific about my death metal tastes.
They're great to see live. You have to see them live.
I've seen them live.
Okay,
Are
good.
they still touring?
Of course.
Didn't their lead singer go to jail or whatever?
No, they're guitarists, but he's out. Or no. He's out of the band.
Oh.
He's out of the band. They were touring with somebody else. They were touring with a different guitarist.
I took a picture with the lead singer and a couple of my friends in high school.
Dude, George is he's a funny looking dude. He's a big World of Warcraft player too. He's got a horde tattoo.
Yeah.
He's got a horde tattoo on his arm.
Yeah.
And he says that if you're with the Alliance, you're a Coldplay fan. That's their big thing, is calling people Coldplay fans.
That's funny.
It's like, oh, if you aren't moving in the back, if you're those fuckers who aren't moving in the back, you guys are a bunch of Coldplay fans. And you know that.
So much hatred for Chris Martin, man.
Dude, fuck Coldplay. That band fucking blows. But seeing them live is a real pleasure, man. Those guys.
Nightwish is also great live.
See, like, I love rap music, but rap music concerts will never, ever be better than
Metal
a
concerts
$25 ticket to go see a band like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah,
People are
metal
spending
concerts
money.
Are numero uno for the experience of being in the audience.
Like, people do this, and this is their personal thing. Something that I can't do is spend more than, I can't spend over. I won't ever spend over probably $30 to see a rapper, in my honest opinion. And it's not that I have anything against them. I'll buy their albums, all that stuff. I'll support them, but I'm not going to spend more than $30 to go see a rap artist. Just can't do it. But I will spend more than $30 to go see a fucking great lineup of death metal bands or black metal bands.
Trivium is really good on live.
In live,
as well. Yeah.
Trivium's good live. I've seen them a few times.
Yeah.
Trivium's good. A lot of metal bands are so good live.
Yeah.
I saw Dragon Force
Have you
live.
seen Iron Maiden yet? Live?
I've seen Iron Maiden live.
Okay, yeah.
They fucking
They
rock.
fucking rock, dude.
I'm gonna go see them in September too.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah.
I should buy tickets. So I'm not sure how it like where do you buy your tickets to? Like what section or whatever?
What do you mean? It's gonna be at
in the Tacoma Dome. Did you do the like general admission or?
Well, there's not really general admission. It's all
There is.
seating. Really?
Yeah, there's both.
General admission. Well, I guess it's just gonna be higher up on the seats.
Yeah, the general admission is how you get on the floor.
Oh, well, those are gonna be too expensive.
Yeah,
I'm not getting
they're
floor
a little
tickets.
bit more expensive. Yeah, but all of it's like $100 or more.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive.
Jesus, really?
Yeah. But if there's a band to spend $100 on to go see, it's Iron Maiden, because they will play for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
and
it'll be a fucking show the whole time.
It'll be a whole pyrotechnic.
So part of me,
oh my God.
Part of me doesn't want to go because I went last time. But the other part of me is like, maybe if we can like make sure we're in the same section and shit.
That would be fucking sweet.
That could
I'd
be
love
fun.
to do that. But I know that Dark Funeral is coming. Dark Funeral and Belfigure are coming, and I definitely want to go see that. I know you're not big on black metal, but black metal shows are fucking blast.
For me, shows are completely different from like what I listen to. Like I'll go to.
We'll have to go to a show sometime.
I'll go to more variety of shows than I will listen to, because the show experience is getting drunk and
having fun,
bouncing around.
That's it. Yeah.
So like, it's like how at the club you listen to club music, right?
Yeah.
At a metal show.
At the club? You go to the clubs a lot?
No. Because I go to metal shows instead. But like the metal shows, like the music doesn't have to be stuff that I would like listen to in my spare time if they have like a good enough performance and the crowd is good.
Yeah. The thing I love about a band like Cannibal Corpse is they will play at venues like El Corazon.
Yeah.
Or, back when it existed, Studio 7, which is
they were playing on this
or Showbox.
When I saw them, they were playing on a boat. It was a boat. It was a boat. It was one of those landed like historical
7
boats.
tons of metal or whatever, right?
No, that's the cruise. That's the cruise one. I know what you're talking about.
One. Yeah, this
but
one was like the Queen Mary or some shit that was like It was like a historical boat that was on land
Damn.
in Long Beach, I think.
Oh,
Probably is
the
the Queen Mary then.
the one that was like one of those like big
It was
beach
in, like,
concerts for like the
2012 or
surf,
something.
the surf opened or whatever. Because Claude talks about that the surf open.
I don't know anybody
California
else
show.
that was at that concert except for my friend's band and Cannibal Corpse.
Because
Said it was in Long Beach. I got a funny story about Long Beach. I gotta tell you sometime.
fucking Long Beach.
We're already an hour and a half in. We gotta start wrapping up.
It's a special, man. We're having fun. It's a holiday.
Long ass episode. I got
Shit.
things to do.
It's a holiday. We're hanging out. Holidays. I got drinking to do tonight.
Yeah.
It's my cousin Ramon's birthday tonight. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
What? Oh, it's 316.
316.
Oh my god.
Happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Happy birthday, Ramon. Everybody give him a happy birthday. Give him a happy birthday. He's a frequent listener, folks.
Really?
He is. He loves us. He listens to us when he runs.
We got 5 stars in the iTunes store. Did you know that?
Really?
I got some
Really?
people to rate us recently, and we actually have enough ratings to be rated. We
Hell
have 5
yeah.
stars.
Let's get some
Hell yeah.
bots. Let's buy some bot ratings.
Don't say that.
Welcome
my
back to the
sister's
Beefy
ideas,
Boys.
man.
Overnight, we've gotten 750 likes on Facebook just because of our last episode. Happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
I know that on average we average between 15 and 25 downloads. This episode had 700. Don't worry about it.
Our latest episode had over 1,500. Because we're getting really big in like France.
In Estonia or fucking Latvia.
Oh
right.
man,
South Africa.
All right.
this has been a real hoot. We've had a blast. It's been fun. My finger's starting to hurt, so I think I have to start drinking soon.
Smoke some of that pain management that like Vito's parents grow or whatever. Yeah. All
Oh my
right.
god.
Is it time for the plugs? Are we plugging it up?
Let's plug it up.
It's ate too much cheese. You're all plugged up. Our website is beefyboys.com. You can find us on iTunes or YouTube. It's the Beefy Boys merch store, cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1. Hashtag buy your dog a t-shirt. I want to have like an army of Beefy Boys dogs. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be that would be fucking awesome.
Twitter is at beefy_boys. Instagram at beefyboysbudclub. And facebook.com/beefyboys. Reach out. Let us know if you want to be on the show. Also got to give a shout out, like I just said earlier, to our sister podcast / my sister's podcast, The Deer Feet. Listen in. They talk about catfishing. And my mom's going to be on the next episode. So that should be an adventure for
That's
sure.
gonna be fun. And then eventually she's going to join us in our fucking
Yeah, we're going to have
potty
a hella
mouth shenanigans.
crossover in the summer of 2020 at some point. Maybe sooner. We'll see.
Yeah, get another microphone and have Deer Feed do a professional podcast.
Yeah, dude, they're going to have my mom on and they're going to share the 2 plug-and-play mics they have. You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Plug and play.
You know, we get a
Yeah,
fifth
they have
mic
like
and then 2 of
USB
them show
mics.
up.
They don't even use the XLRs. That's why it sounds like shit.
Wow.
That's why it sounds like shit. You
Yeah.
said, listen.
$100, you guys.
That's what I told them. Well, plus 80 for the mixer. And
Well,
the cables.
$300, and you guys can get yourself
Started.
solid equipment.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's fun to listen to their show, so a big shout out to them.
Actually, there's only 2 of them, so it would be $200.
Well, again, the mics was like $130, and the mixer's like $80.
Oh, so
and the cable's
300.
in the stands.
Follow
Like,
us
let's say
on
300.
follow
Yeah.
us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun shit. You know I'm
noodle
on
strudel.
Twitter. You know I'm on Twitter, always acting the fool and tweeting about
Every day, man.
Every day.
Who's tweeting at me? Oh, yeah, that must be the Beefy Boys account.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm a real freak on the Twittergrams.
That's it for us today.
But with all that being said, happy St. Patrick's Day and happy Stone Cold Steve Austin Day. Happy birthday, Ramon. Everybody, you guys have a great night. The Beefy Boys are out.